This video is about Jinx, one of the initial grade exam pieces. Now, this is a great piece, it's great fun. It looks quite long, it's 2 pages long, but it's not really, well, there isn't that much to learn because there's a lot of repetition in it. So there isn't as much to learn as you might think. So let's get straight into it. Now, something slightly unusual, if you notice at the beginning, both hands are in the bass clef because both hands are playing quite low down. Here is middle C on my piano, just so that you know what you're looking at. Now, the left hand starts on A, but it's not the A nearest to middle C, it's the next one down. The left hand is going to be in this position, 3, 2, 1. The right hand is going to be 1, 2. So it's A, B, C, D, E flat, like that. And our first phrase goes like this. It's quite quiet, getting a little bit louder, and don't hold on to that last note, make it quite staccato. Good, so that's our first phrase. Then we move up. We do exactly the same thing in a different position. So instead of starting on A, we're moving up the left hand to D, and we do exactly the same. It should feel the same, like that. So we've got, then we move up again to A, so we're now exactly an octave higher than we were at the beginning, and we basically do the same thing, but we hold the last note like that. Now, just looking at some of the other details of that first line. So underneath we have the dynamics. They're more usually written between the two staves, but here they're written there until there. So we start quietly, get a bit louder. Start a little bit quiet, get louder. And now we're fairly loud, and our last note is nice and loud with an accent on it. Also, it says here molto rit. Molto means a lot. Rit is short for ritenuto, which means slow down. So, and then there's a pause sign on that last note, the E flat. So, probably something like this when we put it together. And then hold that for a while. And that's our first line. Okay? You may want to pause the video and go back over that, or you may be ready to just go straight on. Okay, so we've ended up here. Now we stay there, left hand there, right hand, second finger on the E flat, and if you have your fourth finger on that note, in fact the E flat in the next line is going to be called D sharp, but it's the same note. So I've just played. Notice my fourth finger is already on the F sharp there, because the next couple of bars are this. So it's similar to what we did before, the left, but not quite the same. The left hand goes 3, 2, 1, 3. Right hand goes 4 and 2, staccato. Play that one again. Then the right hand does this. So what the right hand is doing there, it's doing the 2 black keys with 2 and 4, D sharp and F sharp, then D natural and F natural with 1 and 3. So 2 and 4, 1 and 3, and then C and E. So just a little move, you have to move your thumb to C there. So it's, and if I put the hands together, it's like this. And it's really nice if you can get that articulation. So do 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 da ba 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 da. If you notice, the right hand chords have got dots under them there and there, which means they're staccato, but here there's a wavy line that connects that to that, which is a slur, which means that bit is smooth, and then we come off that staccato. So do, do. So that's those 4 bars. In the next 4 bars, it's almost the same. It looks very different, but what we do, left hand stays there, right hand crosses over the left hand and moves exactly an octave lower. So instead of playing D sharp and F sharp up there, it's playing D sharp, F sharp there. And then we basically do, well, almost the same thing. I think my piano needs tuning, doesn't it? That doesn't sound good. Never mind. So the same as that, except the last chord we hold for the 2 beats, whereas here we went da-dum, here we just go. So if I play all of that line, now we finish the second line. Okay. Again, if you want to pause the video or play it back, that's fine. Next 4 bars are the so next 4 bars, bars 15 to 18, are the same as bars 7 to 10. So it's do 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 do, except a bit louder and getting quieter. And then we do this do 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 do, which is like the beginning, but still in this position. I'm going to stop there for a second. I'm going to play all that we've done so far. And then you do this. In fact, that should be quieter there. Then you do this. So the last 2 bars of the first page, well, I'll go from the previous 2 bars. You had this, do, 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 which you'd had before. Now, if you look at my right hand, I'm there. All I do is move that finger, my second finger, from E flat to E, and I do 2 and 1 together, and then 5. Meanwhile, the left hand does that and that. So it does B with finger 2, then A and C with fingers 1 and 3. So those last 4 bars of that page, and that's the timing. Be sure and get the timing. Da, 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 and. I think it's worth just now. I'm going to play over the whole of the first page once more before going on. So that takes us to the end of the first page. Now, basically then, the next 2 lines on the next page are the same as these 2 lines, but everything's an octave higher. So leaving out, this we'll call our introduction, the first 6 bars, but then from bar 7 to the end of bar 22, all that is repeated here, but an octave higher. Slightly different dynamics, we're louder here, but other than that, it's exactly the same. Watch. Sorry, I made a mistake. I'll do that again. So, if you've learnt this, you've already learnt that. Except it's an octave higher. It's the same notes, an octave higher. So instead of there, it's there. And then the final line is similar to what we had before. We have starting here where we are. You do the same as the beginning. Quite loud here and getting louder. Do, 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 do. Then, as in the introduction, you move up to D. This time you're quieter, but still a little crescendo. Then you move up again to A, exactly like you did in the introduction. And you're quite quiet now, but again with a little crescendo. And then you do this. Now this bit is the same as what you did here and what you did here. So it's that, so let me just check whether you can see. You can just see. So remember at the end of the first page, we did, and then at the end of the second line of the second page, we did this. Here, at the very end of the piece, we're doing exactly the same thing, except the timing is different. So whereas here, for instance, it was 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Here, at the end, it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So instead of da 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 dum, 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 it's da 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 dum, dum, dum. 2 beats rest. So do 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 do, boom, boom. And then there's no rest between those. Okay, I've been talking a lot, but hopefully it does help to make it easier. I'll play through the whole piece now, and then we'll finish. So. And a really quiet ending, PP, pianissimo, so that's the quietest part of the whole piece at the very end. Okay, I think that's enough on that video. I hope that was of some help. That's the end of the video.